Worrying about what people think about you is the number one killer of your dreams. And I'm speaking from experience because I have literally allowed other people's thoughts about me, other people's opinions about me, other people's perspectives, judgments, everything that they may perceive of me from the external world. I've allowed it to stop me. I've allowed it to stop me from dating the ones that I wanted to date, from dressing how I wanted to dress, from doing what I love to do, from pursuing a path of spirituality, of energy, of all the things that may seem kind of woo-woo and crazy out there. And I've allowed myself this time around to finally step into my true power, to finally allow myself to not worry about what other people are thinking about me. And it's crazy because I've had two separate conversations with two different friends, basically a week apart, all about this topic. And so I was like thinking about what I should talk about, and this topic kept coming up. And I really do understand and believe now that we worry so much about what other people think about us, that we allow it to stop us from doing anything that we truly desire to do because somebody else outside of us, whether if it's for the benefit of us because they love us and they want to keep us safe and they care about us, sometimes can stop us from doing something that we innately know is true in our heart. Something that you know that I can do this, or this relationship really is right for me, that I know that on the outside, maybe it doesn't look right. Maybe at the moment in time, it's not a person that I would date, or his past history or whatever is not going to be, this thing for me that everybody else is looking at. But when you go into it, you understand and you feel something so deep and so true in your heart that says, if I follow this path, I know that it could be something. And I was never one to follow that intuition. I always allowed other people's guidance to be the big sounding voice, and my voice was always the one in the back seat. And still, until I started to understand that I'm the one that places my head on the pillow at night. And I say this to all of my friends when I'm talking to anybody, I tell them, when it's your decision to make, at the end of the day, you're the one that has to lay your head down on that pillow and go to bed with that decision being made. So if you choose to break up with your person for whatever reason, or you choose to not take that job, or whatever the infinite amount of different scenarios could possibly be, the end voice should always be yours. Because the one who has to pay the consequences or live the joyful path ahead, either scenario is going to be your choice. It's going to be your every day that you have to live that. And so always sitting down and worrying about what other people think destroys our faith in ourselves, because you're starting to listen to somebody else's sounding voice instead of your own sounding voice. And that person doesn't know your everyday thoughts. That person doesn't know how you feel truly, truly deep down inside. As much as we may think that we're intuitive, empathic, psychic, at the end of it all, you are the only person that really, really, really knows and who can really see the vision ahead of you. So you have to work on that voice. How do you work on that voice? Because that's the only way to stop worrying about what other people think about you. You have to start trusting yourself. You have to start stepping into your own personal power and making decisions for yourself without asking anybody around you. And that's how I started to do it. I started to make decisions without asking the people that I used to ask. And it was really difficult because it made me realize that, shit, this decision now is on me. I can't blame it on my best friend or my mom or my sister or whoever else I'm asking their opinion for. Because if you eventually decide to choose somebody else's, perspective or view on this thing, and you decide to not do it or do it, whatever case, and the outcome becomes something that you knew wasn't going to become, because you know innately and truthfully inside, you knew the answer. And so it's really hard to trust your own voice, because then it becomes 100% on you, which either way, it really is 100% on you. But we find this leeway to give the other person kind of like, well, I chose to go with that, so it's not really on me because it was somebody else's kind of opinion or perspective or basis that I went off of. So taking 100% responsibility for your decisions and your actions completely frees you of listening to anybody else's opinions. And you stop worrying so much about what people think about you, because when you start to make a decision from the honest, truest part of your heart and your soul, and even deeper, your intuition and your connection to spirit, if it doesn't turn out the right way, it's okay. You learn something from it. And if it does turn out the way, great. Now I keep learning from it, and it keeps progressing and it keeps moving, but you start to build this relationship with yourself and with the universe, that the universe is always there for you, always sending you signs, always sending you signals on telling you where to go. And when you start to redefine that relationship and you start to really hone in on the universe and what it's telling you, that relationship with yourself, with your intuition, with God, with source, with your angels, with all of the spirits, whatever it is that you want to call it. I call it universe. For me, it's this energy field that surrounds me that I know is constantly on my side. I believe that. I really do. And it has guided me to this moment in time where I can literally speak about it. And I have this faith and this belief in the universe, in energy, in my magnetic field of what it is that I truly feel in my heart, that is so strong that that's what it allows me to be so strong in the world. Because it's my true opinion, it's my true voice, it's what I really feel deep down inside when I make a decision to move forward. It's my mess up if I mess up, it's my wrong doing if I do it wrong, but it's also my win if I win. It's also my right if I choose to go that path and I made that. That's the win. I chose to win. I chose to trust myself. So it really does come down to the fact of redefining your self-worth, your confidence, your belief, not just in you, but in the universe, in this higher power, in this energy field that is way bigger than you and I. And it has this knowledge that's so deep and so profound that you can trust it. You can trust it. It's not a thought. It's not something that's going to tell you exactly on paper what it is that you want to hear. It's going to be this really, really thin line of vibration that starts to vibrate and tell you, okay, you need to go that way. And then your brain's going to say, but why am I going to go that way? But it doesn't make sense to go that way. But then you're going to keep trying to find something physical to make a decision that feels right. And when it feels right, you just have to start trusting that feeling over the thought. Because that's what we are. We are feeling beings. We are beings of vibration, of energy. And energy and vibration speaks louder than words could ever speak. Although now thinking about it, words are vibration, right? So that's why they tell us to be so careful with our words, because our words have vibration. They take us somewhere. But in this moment, what we're talking about listening to an intuition that allows you to make decisions from your true core, that allows you to stop worrying about what other people think, because now your connection with self, with source, is so strong that you're like, I'm good. If the universe, if energy out there is so pure and so open and so honest and so loving, what do I have to fear? Who am I allowing other people to tell me who I am, or allowing somebody else to have a higher power over me? When God, universe, source, angel is so open and so accepting of us, which I believe that's what God is. God is a source that is so clean and honest and accepting and loving of who we truly are innately, with all of our facades, good, bad, our mess ups, our everything. We are unity. God is love. God is light. God is compassion, honesty, everything. So if God isn't judging me, then why am I allowing other people to judge me or say that I'm good enough or not good enough, or I'm pretty or ugly, or whatever it is that they want to say about me? My true heart is the only one that's allowed to tell me right from wrong. And that's once you redefine that connection to be so honest with yourself that you really know when you're messing up. And you know it because it's a feeling that tells you that's wrong. It's wrong. You can run from it. You can try to hide from it. You can try to find all the different loopholes that you want. But wrong is wrong. And when it feels bad, it's wrong. It's wrong to do it because you know that something inside of you is just telling you that it's not good. So start to redefine your connection with you. And little by little, you won't have to worry about what other people think about you. And you'll start to find this connection with yourself that's so beautiful. It's so calming. It's full of love and care and compassion and kindness and acceptance. It's freeing. It's freeing to be self-acceptant, to love yourself for all of your flaws, to know that you're never going to be perfect, to know that you're going to make mistakes. But it's okay. It's part of life. It's part of being human. I love you.